true color just shows after a minute. You know, fuck this. That's really fucked up.
She's a fucking tryhard, and it's attention to the game. This has brought her to her demise.
Dude, like some woman got seriously doxxed by this dude, and she wanted to do that's unhinged behavior. I'm sorry, I pray for you.
I've gotten seriously doxxed. Are you fucking kidding me?
She's on Mimi's prayer
Her poor husband.
Yeah, her husband especially.
Maybe
Mimi's
so.
prayer chain.
So.
This is gross. This is gross. I'm unfriending her. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to talk to her again.
I blocked her on Instagram.
It's fine. I mean, he's got his little army of like sycophants that defend him, but they'll have no one else. It's going to be a hard choice.
Retard on retard action over there.
Is it also Zach of all trades, the iguana guy?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
Not him.
No, not the iguana guy.
Not the iguana
No,
guy.
it's my.
Oh,
No.
I just said
My friend.
Okay, which Zach? Who?
The one.
My friend.
His name is my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zach of all trades is our friend.
I'm sorry, Zach of all trades, I added you back. My friend?
Jeff, check your WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, I'm not following my friend. But Danny's not, I'm not following.
Guys, you literally are being live streamed right now, so I'd shut up.
It doesn't matter. I mean, nothing that they're saying is problematic to be live streamed.
I'm trying to get the problematic people out of my circle right now, and now I can mute.
You just need to have a friends-only room.
Hi, Zach.
Hi. I just came to say what's going on, Hills.
I fucked up. I'm sorry I misheard someone. I followed you back. It's all good. Nothing is up, guys. Nothing. I'm sorry. I hit a wrong button, okay?
No.
It's a mistake. Zach, I'm sorry.
So
All right. I'm going to open a friends only room. I don't feel like dealing with this.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Everybody loves John Kitover. Vote John Kitover, 16th District, Illinois Congress. And people like this, I mean, you know, they're not so bad, but what are they so paranoid about?
Oh, how do you do that? Oh, friends, just friends only. Yeah, I see.
That's a very.
What was it set up? Is friends of friends or public before?
No, you could. This is public.
Public, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's under the house. It's public. Yeah. But even when it's friends only, people can ping. You know what I mean? Let's say like I'm not friends with Jeff, but you know me, right? You can ping me.
Yeah, I got it right. Yeah.
So the friend.
I will remind you, they have threatened to kill me, burn my house down, hire a hitman, etc. This is Jeff's room. Jeff is a wealth advisor in Indiana, and he's reporting me to my local Freemasonic fraternity. I'm really like freaking out what the fellow Masons are going to say about me. Also, he claims that he never served in the U.S. Army. Be happy to send you my DD-214 and my disability check.
I think Clubhouse will get rid of their non-feature.
I think it's completely legal in Europe. I don't know.
It's illegal or illegal, you said?
Illegal. They have.
I don't think it's illegal, but I think
they have very
it will
strict
get rid of it.
privacy laws. They have very strict privacy laws.
They're streaming, you know, these rooms into your Instagram and other places. Those are like illegal, you know, but I don't know. I think Clubhouse is going to get rid of it because it's causing a lot of, you know, problem. It's becoming problematic for people.
I don't know.
We'll see it. So Jeff, open the room.
Okay.
I will ping people that I know. I'm gonna go there and then I'm looking to see who's in the room.
How much you want to bet Jeff's room comes right up at the top of my algorithm?
Just close this
Also, the name of this room was "It's legal to threaten anon trolls." Oh, is it really legal to make online death threats?
So you're gonna stay here, Captain?
Yeah, I can't.
It's kind of funny because he's like, "I have the video. You don't have shit." It's like you're gonna file a charge against me? Let me show you the video
I
of
thought
them.
you said don't, like you wanted to stay in this room because you were driving.
No, I am.
See, the problem is, I'm looking for Ben Mendelsohn's anti-MAGA show.
Who would have jumped in as a no first office? He's one of those guys.
Okay, actually, let's do an X. Oh man, isn't this funny? It it totally alters.
Time. A financial reason why we bully the fuck out of that fucking country, why they say death for America. And if people don't agree with that, they've just not done their homework in history to know, like, why those people don't like us. And I hate that that's what happened. That's imperialism. That's how this country was even formed as well, right? So it's like, you want to have an honest conversation on what really started. It started with the United States. And then after that, it just escalated further with regime change, with armed hand and installed governments, with other folks that obviously wanted to play a part, like Israel, for their own religious purposes and other reasons of their own, their own colonization wedges. It's just stupid. It's like, but people don't want to be honest, want to stand on our side of the aisle and argue back and forth. It's like, can we just talk about the truth of the situation? We know what started this. We know why things have continued. We know what's happening. And like First Lady said, there is a way to solve this. There's a way to resolve it. It's going to be ugly, yeah. I don't think it has to be war. But I do think put the Palestinians back in Israel and let them also be a part of this society and this state. And don't just throw people out of their own country and destroy and kill and murder them. And don't do illegal expansions in the territory that's not yours. And stop sending fucking rockets across the fucking sky because those fuckers are sick of it. They're gonna eventually do some shit to you. You keep blowing the shit up. You keep blowing them up.
You bring up a good point. Wait a minute, Matt, because here's the thing. What are they gonna do with the Palestinians? Right? Like, are they gonna rebuild it for them? They messed it all up. So if they're gonna rebuild, obviously they're gonna feel like they in charge. So now, are they going to accept these people as citizens? Like, what's the deal? What's going on?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly where I'm at, First Lady. Because it's like, you got to get rid of Hamas. I fully agree and understand that. We got the hostages on, all that. None of that is without what I'm saying, right? Like, all that's with what I'm saying. You get what I mean? Like, we absolutely have to make sure Hamas is taken out. I can't fund them anymore. And that we get the people of Gaza, the Palestinians, and I think, to make them normal first-class citizens, like everybody fucking else is, in Israel, to where they can have a say in how that government is running. We need a new government, we need a new regime to be fair. I would say you need to make sure Palestinians are in leadership there, so this country actually can be something that represents them as well, because their land was stolen from them. I would love for the Israelis to just leave, personally, but that's not going to happen, right? Like, my desire is not, I know it's not going to happen, so I can't sound foolish, you know what I mean? But that would be the best case, because otherwise, Trump's talking about putting people in Jordan and Egypt and Qatar and like throwing them in other countries while they make Dubai out of Gaza. That's just insane. Like, why are we funding these horrible people? This is a terrorist state that we're funding because of our own Western hegemony and our bullshit. This is literally a terrorist state. If Iran is a terrorist state, if Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, if the Houthis are terrorist organizations by certain countries, why is Israel not? What is going on? Like, just as I'm talking just human to human here. That's not right, you know? So,
Yeah, and I just want to throw something else in there. It's like, you see, Donald Trump, to me, as I've seen, he's prostituting himself. You know Donald Trump is broke. That's why he needed Elon Musk to give him that money. Man could barely pay them bills when he went to court. Don't forget that part. When people wanted that $500 million, what did he say? I don't know.
But he was supposed to be a multi-billionaire according to Forbes. Right.
Get out of here. Man broke. The man broke.
No, I don't think
Sitting up there.
I think he just need to sell some of his property off.
No, he broke because, like, let me explain why. And I'm not saying, like...
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're creating such the drama.
It's so funny because you know what? It's like being Trump. It's like you become the scapegoat for everybody's anxiety and anger. And
Were you four of the accounts on the bottom there before?
no, come on. Why would I'm lying? They can see what I'm doing.
I don't think he is.
They can see what I'm doing. I
Oh,
have
he's treating one to X, one to this, one to that, one to that. Oh my god.
yeah. I don't know. People they know it's all being recorded, so it creates like a weird effect in the brain, but it probably like ruins their dopamine, you know,
Well,
like
he
intake.
threatened that if I'm a friend with you on the app, that he would unfriend me.
But that's the problem is he'll end up, you know, creating an well, it doesn't really matter. But um yeah, I mean, I've in literally death threats, burn my house down, call the FBI counterterrorism unit, call like everything under the sun they have said, you know, which are some of them are death threats. And like he put in the title today, they said they were gonna burn. They hope my house burns down. They said they're gonna listen. It's all on recording. It's not like I care. It's not like I take it seriously, but yeah, I don't know. It's just this is politics, you know. And like if Jeff is the only green bean, and it's either you know him or me. I mean, you know, he just doesn't like the fact that I'm using him because you know it's like content automation.
Yeah, to be honest, there's a subset of people in the app who don't like it. There's a large group of people who don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, but
Yeah.
there's a group of people who really, really, really give a shit.
Well, see, the fact is that like we're even having this conversation. Jeff may unfriend you and defriend you. You know, that's life. I mean, but
I was just trying to call and like, if you could spend your time elsewhere, great. If you want, like, I can't tell you what to do, but if you like, I don't like the whole room centered around you. Like, I don't come to his rooms to talk about you. I'll be honest with you. Like, you know, I like to hang out with the other people. Like, they're nice friends, and I made friends with them over the years. So,
Yeah.
like, the fact that they're like spending 2 days straight talking about you isn't fun. So,
you know,
to the extent you have bandwidth where you could deploy it elsewhere, could you please do that? Because
well, see, that is part of like my point is that I'm wasting my time even listening to these conversations about me, but I think it's funny that my mere presence causes me to be centered. It's just like it's too much fun for me to let it go.
I know, but now that you
Listen, I didn't create the anonymous feature. Before this, I had to have
I know.
30, like he said, 35 burner accounts. 35 burners.
I know. Do it. Please.
Listen, I stream. I want to stream the hottest rooms that are happening. It's my business.
Jeff's room is not hot. I know it is. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just
Are you kidding me? Jeff is basically a news broadcaster. He sits there and reads the best news. So much intelligence comes out of that room.
He didn't even know that Trump said that any missile or drone from Yemen is. I'm not going to get to. He said, "Oh, Trump just today announced that any missile or drone coming from Yemen will be treated as though it came from Iran." I said, "Yeah, he said that a few months ago." No, he didn't. And I had to look up. March 17th, 2025. He made the exact same statement. Oh, I guess I missed that. Like, yeah. Be careful before the righteous indignation comes in.
Well, just if you talk to him later today, can you tell him to please not contact the Freemasonic Lodge near my house? Because he says he's going to internally report me to the Freemasons.
I'm a Mason too, so.
Well, just tell him, you know, I'm not a member of the Freemasons, so it's a total waste of his time, and he's a schmuck. Make sure you emphasize schmuck. Make sure you emphasize schmuck.
Lodge 33.
Because I tag it on Instagram because I'm reading, you know, spiritual sacred text documents. So I'm trying to build content for these guys over there who sit there and want to study, you know, esoteric philosophy. So, and also you can tell them, I can send them my...
The problem is that the moment I open my trap about talking to you, he's going to, like, ban the fuck out of me and, like, throw me out of the room and then, like, unfriend me and then block me and then, you know, all that shit. So
If you talk to him, though, tell him he's also a schmuck because I'd be happy to send him my DD-214. And why the fuck would I be wearing a World War II Army uniform?
he brought that up. I said, it didn't look like it was blue, and the World War II Army uniforms were like dark green. Like I was like, it doesn't look old.
It's just the Class A Army uniform, and yes, I'm a commissioned Army officer, so it's a stupid thing.
I was like, I don't think so, but he's like, no, you went to military academy or whatever. Like, maybe you did, but I think you really looks like U.S. Army.
See, this is where I think you get into projection. When people start calling somebody else a fraud, that's when you're like, anybody who calls somebody else a fraud, perhaps they're a fraud. It takes a fraud to know a fraud.
No, I don't think he's a fraud. I just think I think he doesn't have all the facts in this regard. Like, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know me. I've never. He has tried to avoid me at all lengths and costs. So that's a him problem. But the fact is, Anonymous, they're never going to change it because they want to disrupt the app. They need it to change. Otherwise, it's a dead app. It's just the same conversations over and over again. Anyways, it's my opinion. But anyways, have a great day. Take care.
You too. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
I actually just looked it up because I'm like, oh wait, let me make sure. We have Carol both incorrect. It was the 50s when the U.S. and UK.
Correct. 1953.
Yeah, we're in the 70s, like you were saying. So we're wrong, but that's fine.
No, what I was saying is in 1979, that's when the Ayatollah was brought back in. After the
okay.
Right. That's what I was trying to say. So what I was saying to the brother, so you understand my point, First Lady, I wasn't trying to correct him, but what he was saying,
it's fine.
All right. But I just want her to understand, like, I wasn't trying to disrespect you in any way or correct you, because you said it a while ago. I was just bringing it up to the brother was saying that the person in the chat said that he didn't know what he was talking about, so I thought that maybe that was probably why. So.
Am I missing the relevance to what's going on? Or are you guys just giving us a history lesson, like going back to...
Yeah.
No, to substantiate their claims or either their...
Here we go.
Sorry to be so big about that. Then I guess the other topics are just sort of what's going on well, for me, it'd be like, what's going on in AI? What's going on in technology? What are some, current, poignant psychological issues worth discussing? I guess, if no one comes up, I could say that, at 9:15 this morning, I'm having oral surgery. I was supposed to have had my EPPP test yesterday, but I postponed that for a couple of weeks. I'm not meaning to turn this into into an audio diary here, but since no one's up here, I'm just doing a little stream of consciousness. So hold on, I'm just gonna very, very quickly look into my little notepad because I write down all sorts of things, I would like to talk about when it's early and no one's come up. And I think that, okay, so one of the things I've been thinking about is this idea of ethical dilemmas or professional ethics. Do they matter? Especially sometimes that, in different professions.
Damn, you don't have real friends, bro.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I only have one bar.
You got.
What do you mean I don't have real friends? What does that mean?
It's a joke, meaning that, like,
Because you're my friend, then I don't have real friends? Fuck you.
Nah, I'm just saying that, like, it's kind of like high school or something, It's like, that's it, you're out, you're like, it's so dramatic and funny. It's like he's creating the show. Like, if you watch the replays, like, it's maybe kind of funny. I hope it'll be funny for him and other people in hindsight, because I think
Jeff?
Yeah, I think theoretically I'm like filming a comedy show, but nobody knows it yet until it's all hindsight, and then they can watch and be like, dude, this is funny that people get so emotional. It's so pathetic. It's so stupid. It's such a waste of time. It's hilarious.
Well, I feel like it's like the Emperor's New Clothes, where like you're telling a joke over and over again that I think is funny, but not that many other people think it's funny. And so it's basically like Gallagher. You're Gallagher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, Gallagher's funny. And everybody's like, I don't get it. He hits the watermelon, he hits the thing with the mallet, like, that's it? It's like, no, it's funny. Like, it's Carrot Top. Carrot Top is funny. And they're like, no, I don't get it. Like, he sucks. Like, no, it's funny. But, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, it's just an amazing thing that this anonymous thing came out because, like, you know, and yeah, now that
It was a gift. It was made for you.
yeah.
It was like a feature that was created for you.
And you know what the most amazing thing is? I conditioned all these people prior to this on like 35 burner accounts to hate me, and they thought they thought they got rid of me permanently. And sure enough, the app opens a glitch, and they're just like their fucking heads re-explode.
They're
Just
like, oh my god, he's
no.
Anyway, you heard, I guess you saw or you heard when I was removed from Jeff's room for my association with you.
Yeah.
And I hope you know that Danny was also removed.
Oh, I filmed the whole thing. What do you think I'm doing over here?
Right. What do you think I'm doing over here? But I just want you to know that Danny and I are basically your biggest fans.
I know.
So,
John for president. That even drove them. He's like, those motherfuckers created John for Clubhouse president. They're like, oh my gosh. That girl Sarah is so neurotic. She's so fucking annoying, but, you know, God bless her. But she's calling the FBI counterterrorism unit on me. And I'm like...
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Yeah.
Also, Jeff is reporting me to my Freemasonic lodge here, the 33rd chapter here in Jefferson Park. And I'm not even a Freemason. It's like, dude...
Wait, why is he reporting you to the lodge?
He's a Freemason, so he's reporting me for unethical conduct for recording, you know, conference calls that are public on the internet.
That fucking F word.
Well, like I said yesterday, he can't control it, and so he's probably a neurotic control freak, and everything he accused me of is exactly what he is. I mean, you can watch the replays, and you're like, oh, okay, you know what? He's probably a fraudster. He's probably a narcissist. He's self-centered and egotistical, and everything he casted on me is like his projection. So that's why it's so cool to record these things and like understand how human communication and sociology, psychology actually work in the real world. Like this is what has happened.
I mean, I feel like maybe, you know, you've told me stories about how you've had fights with friends and you've hurt their feelings. I have done the same thing. You're a Scorpio, yes. I'm a Scorpio as well, and so we both have the ability to sting.
Yeah.
But I already kind of know, I at least know one thing that I could have hurt your feelings about, but you already know what it is too, because you project it all the time. When you yell and scream, guys, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, that's me projecting me.
Fear is actually that you're wasting your time.
Well, that's
But then once I understood that about you and got to know you a little bit more and like I learned a little bit about your life situation. I'm like, oh, this is like I see this guy, like I see who you are. Like
listen, I record myself in 360 degrees. Everything I say is a projection.
Right.
I have, you know, everything. See, that's the beautiful thing about transparency, where and also I'm aware of it too. But it's nice to be reminded that, you know.
Well, did you ever see 8 Mile?
Yeah, I mean, I just do not like Eminem. You know, I feel like that's just like.
Well, fair enough. I mean, people have their reasons. Whatever. I'm not a huge Eminem fan. I don't really like Eminem's music, but I love that movie. I think it's a really good movie. And if you remember, the lesson of the movie is, if you remember, like the last rap battles, like it's such amazing.
I forgot you're a rapper. Yeah. Okay.
What? There's somebody else there?
No, I'm like laughing because it's like, I'm thinking it's like, how do you bring in 8 Mile to like...
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
I know, so yeah, go ahead.
Well, the connection is that Eminem in 8 Mile, he wins the rap battles by using all of his enemies' ammunition.
Did he use the N-word though?
He doesn't use the N-word, no, but he takes the things that they're going to use against him and he says it first.
Well, it's self-deprecation. Comedy and music are essentially the same thing. It's all hypnosis.
If you're an honest person, then nobody can hurt you because you can come out and be like, I am wasting time. I am a loser in my apartment. I do have 30 phones. now what are you going to do about it? And like, there's nothing that they can say at that point. Like, I did have sex with a transgender person. It was a horrible experience. Like, what do you want to say about it? What do you want me to say? I don't care.
I mean,
Anyway.
I think what I'm doing is like, it's not subversive, it's not counter. I just think it's breakaway comedy. I mean, because how can you can go on stage and there's like 15 people that come to your comedy show. I mean, anyways.
It's a prank. It's a new form of pranking.
It is. It's crankers. It's a prank call show.
It's like a crank yankers thing. It's like, yeah, I think it. I mean, I don't like pranks where somebody gets hurt. I don't really see like how people could get more hurt on YouTube than they could get on Clubhouse. And when you're talking on Clubhouse, anybody could be listening to you. Like, you don't know these fucking people at all.
Yeah, it's
so
just
I
random
don't know why
voices.
you have this level of trust on Clubhouse, and you're like, oh, if somebody listens to me on YouTube, they're gonna. What, are you afraid they're going to come to your house and kill you or rape you? What are these people afraid of? Like,
well, they're like, it's basically I am the sacrificial goat that they just cast their all fear, anxiety, and anger
Your
onto
take
me.
is more accurate. It's just about control.
Yeah.
You trigger them because they have no control. It's not any more complicated than that. There's
Yeah.
no fear of getting raped.
It's framing them. Nobody wants to get framed or put in a lens or put in a bucket, and like that's what I'm doing to them. And they can't stand the fact that somebody is able to like have a higher level of intelligence or consciousness or repackaging or bundling. Like they can't stand that they're being used for somebody else's purpose.
Like when we're having a conversation, they always say an expression like holding up a mirror, or a poet is holding up a mirror to society or something. Like, you're literally holding up a literal mirror.
They can't stand the reflection.
That's literally what it is. It's just like, you can go to your YouTube channel and listen to your own voice in real time, and you're like, oh my god, is that how stupid I am?
Because if
I sound that dumb.
See, this is where I wish people were doing what I'm doing to them, but doing to me. Because the truth is, when you run for office, the whole thing is like an influencer game. And who can create the most influence? Like the guy that just won New York City, AOC. These are influencers. They have the ability to connect with real voters. So, I mean, my friend Max and I were like trying to like strategize on how to create like press and publicity. Because if I don't get any press or publicity from like actual news sources, like the voters will just vote for the other guy on the primary in March. So part of this is like feeding into this political strategy of creating content, and this is fully automated. So I thank Jeff and I thank Amir and all his terrorist supporters and terrorist promoters and potential terrorists, because like most of the public is working and they have no idea that all these like back end conversations are happening. But yeah, it's I think this is more like a psychological observational study, and
that's why I'm here. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It's like it's a window into humanity, which has always fascinated me.
Yeah, but it's also
very interesting.
It's the chemistry too, meaning that like this whole dopamine, neurogenerative, like all this brain science research stuff, like the network, it's here, I'm a part of that network. You're a part of that network. Jeff is a part. We're all nodes. So when one node is trying to like eliminate other nodes, that network becomes weaker. His network becomes weaker. The overall network becomes weaker. But that's why I believe total transparency. It's like part of this is like it's literally my brain into the internet and the internet into my brain. That's why I've like told you like you should live stream more or bootleg Clownhouse, because it creates another mirror for you and for other people and for the whole network. So I think what I'm doing is interesting.
I mean, respectfully, you have, because I know a little bit about your situation and your house and how you're getting the amount of money that you have. I would say you're making the best use of your situation that you could be making. I mean, if I had less going on in the real, I'd probably spend the day on Clubhouse and try to like monetize it and try to build something. But I have to get off the phone and I got to go now basically because I'm meeting up with this classroom at 11 and we're going to do a little plant walk and you know, trying to do things in the real world, but I'm still dipping into the psychological experiment. But I think that.
Well, what you're doing is important, but I would encourage you to create videos all the time because really you have to look at this as like Motown. You're creating records. You're basically creating spam. And so how much spam are you actually creating? Because it's the legacy spam that might have residual value in the future, you know, where you can actually stop engaging and just go back to not being a spammer. But you have to create something to create residual income for yourself. So
Legacy spam is a good clubhouse. That's a good house name. Legacy spam.
This has never happened before in human history. These cell phones are creating like a breakaway society or like a tertiary communication environment. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyways, have a great day. Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, take care. Bye.
All right.
Let's get one more feedback. We'll see if Clubhouse Chris can take a call. Yo, have you been listening to any live streams of how I'm being centered in all the rooms with death threats and hate and projection?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, it's nuts.
I was thinking, you know what part of this is? It's because for years I've been, everybody knows me, I've been conditioning everybody with these 30 burner accounts. So now that the anonymous is kicked in, like their heads are popping because they're like, I can't get my dopamine, I can't get my dopamine, I can't get my dopamine.
You're a dopamine siphoner.
What do they call it? Energy vampire.
Yeah. I love it. I'm currently in the bathroom taking a shit, so.
I just wanted to get your feedback because you would be the third person I've now talked to from Clown House on the phone. So, like, what is your observational opinion?
Totally deranged. That's like all I can see, you know, like I gotta record some of this content, you know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you have a presence with your YouTube and your Instagram, and your association to me, like, makes you a recorder in the community. But, yeah, it's deranged, but I think it's also, like, pathetic in the sense that, yeah.
Who cares? Like, hey, I don't care if I'm being recorded right now. I don't care. Like, whatever. Like, I don't have anything to hide or, you know, it's like, whatever. You know?
What makes it pathetic is that people will keep coming here for 80 hours a week and make no money doing it, which means it's not productive. You're not creating value.
Yeah.
So it is the definition of insanity.
I gotta finish wiping, so.
Okay, take care. Squeeze it out. He's gonna finish wiping his ass. Okay, let's call Scott for one more feedback.
Hi, this is Scott.
Well,
Yeah, maybe.
Comedy comedian.
Oh, is John in here? Is that John? Yeah. I wanted to tell him how people they're losing their minds over him.
I know.
One of the titles. So it's like this, permission for stream on YouTube or some shit. But here's the thing: it's like I would not pay for Joel to have an analog fight just so he can go in there and sit anonymously and fucking troll them, because then they couldn't kick him out.
I think it's kind of ridiculous that like I get centered immediately.
Oh, it is him. That's right. Oh, dude, they were losing their minds over you, dude.
I know there's a couple rooms now. There's 3 major houses that.
Bro, you gotta keep doing that to Jeff and those niggas. Like, they were not happy.
Did you just use the N-word inappropriately? Do you have N-word Tourette syndrome, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
does.
like calling kikes niggers.
Wow, classy guy. When was the last time you went out on a date and a girl actually looked at you and smiled?
It's not often.
Hello? It's just a simple question. Like a couple weeks ago, a week ago. Apparently it hasn't happened in years.
That's right. That's right.
You go to sleep with a fucking dog named after Hitler's dog. I mean, you come on here and use the N-word like it's a productive usage of your time. Who's the real N-word?
My dog.
Did you ever think about that? Look in the mirror and use the N-word? Go look in the mirror in your shitty little bathroom. Go say the N-word in the mirror and just realize that you are your words.
Ooh, he's got a point, Tim.
No?
This is the point that you made to me the other day.
Ooh, hypocrite, 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 hypocrite.
That's right.
What the fuck point did I make to you in the mirror? I never made the fuck.
Well, you were saying how like the way you talk about yourself is gonna like reflect on what you think about yourself.
I talk about myself. I talk about other people. Niggers.
But the words you use are gonna become who you are. That's what John's saying.
Yeah. Well, John's a nigger.
Well, but he's making the point that you are one by default. Look, it's hard to disagree with him. I'm just saying.
Beautiful. Huge advice from the guy who's been locked up in the psychiatric ward. Okay.
That's not nice. We've all been there.
Allegedly. Okay. Just like take weight loss advice from fucking fatties and investment advice from broken.
Well, no, but you would take weight loss advice from someone who was fat at one point and now isn't fat.
Well,
right?
that's why he's still broke.
Huh?
He's still broke.
I don't get it. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I get what the words mean. I just don't get the relevance.
So why would I take the advice from someone that's not previously broke but still broke? Like,
Well, look,
like
maybe he's saying that you're broke in spirit.
oh, he's rich in spirit then? Oh, that makes up for it.
No, but it takes a brokey to know a brokey, I guess.
Hey, look, you know what he is? He's rich in solitude, bro. You know?
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
I'm gonna try and make this a thing. I'm gonna be like, you're rich. You're rich in solitude's a good one. Look at your what's a fancy word for peace?
A cat. Maybe you don't get it. In America, peace can also like refer to like a gun.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a gat. Oh.
Prosperity. But by saying the opposite of something, that someone's rich in something when actually they shouldn't have an abundance of that thing. Because an abundance of solitude, being rich in solitude means that you're
An abundance.
קחי 5 דקות, סיימי לאכול. אלה שלקוצים ממש, קחי 2 דקות, סיימי. איפה את? כל היום אני חושב עלייך, איפה את? אז אני אצא איתי ידיים כל הזמן.
But, and I can empathize with, at times in life you tell a lie. And I can also identify with, being a kid and being caught in a lie by my father, which was the worst way to be.
Aggression against the state I'd be interested to be able to read about that because, as far as I know, in my study on this region, which is reasonably extensive, it's not completely thorough, to be perfectly honest. But I've never come across an instance where Israel has actually initiated a military campaign against another state or entity.
So are you complete, brother?
I'm pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, because you didn't go on mute, so I just wanted to make sure you were done. So I just gave you one. I'm kind of appalled that you didn't hear the point that Israel invaded Lebanon. What is that called? That's a sovereign country, is it not? Like, are we missing something here? Was that not a sovereign country? That's the question.
But so Lebanon's not a good example because the reason why they did that is because of the PLO and Hezbollah. So you gotta remember that.